Okay, real talk, have you ever been to learn a new language, or even just expand your vocabulary in your own language? And you stumble across a word that just to stick in your brain, it's so frustrating. But guys, it doesn't have to be a constant struggle, okay? It's totally possible to hack your brain and make memorizing new words way easier. So in this video, I'm gonna spill all my secrets 5 super effective techniques that'll have you sounding like a vocab virtuoso in no time. You ready? Let's get to it. Okay, so first up, we've got to talk about the power of visualization. Our brains are basically wired to remember images way better than just plain words. It's science or something. So next time you encounter a new word, don't just try to it into your brain. Instead, get creative. Imagine a super vivid picture that represents that word. For example, let's say you're trying to remember the word effervescent. Don't just repeat effervescent like a robot, you know? No. Picture a glass of bubbly champagne overflowing with excitement and sparkle. See the bubbles rising? That's effervescence, babe. The more outrageous and memorable your image is, the better. Trust me, your brain will latch onto that visual cue like nobody's business, and you'll be all, oh yeah, effervescent. I totally know that word. It's like magic, but with less glitter and more brain power. Alright, so you've created a killer mental image for your new word. Now what? Well, it's time to give that word a job. Don't just let it sit there in your brain lonely and unused. Use it in a sentence, or 10 sentences. Write a short story, have a conversation with your pet rock, whatever it takes. The point is, using a word in context helps your brain understand its meaning and how it fits into the real world. It's you're giving your brain a little demonstration of how the word works in action. For example, let's stick with effervescent. Instead of just thinking about that bubbly champagne, you could say something like, her personality was so effervescent she lit up every room she walked into, see? Now you're not just memorizing a word, you're understanding how to it. And that, my friends, is the key to making it stick. Okay, let's be real. Our brains are kind of like leaky sieves. We learn something new and then, 2 seconds later, it's gone. Poof! Vanished into the abyss of forgotten knowledge. But don't worry. There's a way to combat this tragic phenomenon, spaced repetition. It's like a magic trick for your memory. Basically, spaced repetition is all about reviewing new information at specific intervals. So you learn a new word today, review it tomorrow, then again in a few days, and then again in a week. Each time you revisit the word, it's like you're giving your brain a little reminder, and that reminder helps solidify the word in your long-term memory. Luckily for us, we live in a world with apps for everything, including spaced repetition. Anki and Quizlet are my go-tos for this. They make it super easy to create flashcards and set up review schedules so you can effortlessly expand your vocabulary without even trying that hard. Okay, this next tip is for all my fellow word nerds out there. If you really want to level up your vocabulary game, start thinking about synonyms and antonyms. You know those words that have similar or opposite meanings? Yeah, those guys! When you learn a new word, take a minute to brainstorm some synonyms and antonyms for it. This helps you build connections in your brain between related words, which makes it way easier to remember them all. So let's go back to our trusty friend effervescent one more time. Some synonyms could be bubbly, sparkling, or vivacious. And for antonyms, you could use flat, dull, or lifeless. See? By creating these word webs in your brain, you're basically building a vocabulary fortress. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Flashcards? Seriously, Emran? That's so old school. But hear me out, because flashcards are actually a super effective way to memorize new words. They're the OG study tool, and they work. Whether you prefer the classic paper kind or you're more of a digital flashcard enthusiast, the concept is the same. Word on one side, definition or picture because visuals on the other. Quiz yourself regularly, shuffle those cards up to keep your brain on its toes, and watch your vocabulary soar. Plus, flashcards are super portable. You can study them on the bus while you're waiting in line for coffee, or even during commercial breaks of your favorite show. It's like multitasking for word nerds. And there you have it, my friends. 5 super simple yet surprisingly effective strategies to totally transform your vocabulary game. Which one are you most excited to try first? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, while you're down there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more awesome tips and tricks. Because learning should be fun. right? Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!